Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept you like a focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find a me in me.
The Short Sport by King David Jordan.
Welcome to Black Opulence vs. Hoodrich. Give it up for your host, the one and only King David Jordan.
Thank you guys for joining me today. It's your boy, the KDJ. I hope everybody's having a great morning. Oh, y'all didn't see this coming. I did. Listen. It's going to be a crazy show. We got Diddy allegations all over the place. Diddy issues. I'm going to tell you why T.I. was kind of wrong for putting his hands on the son. And he was right. Like, it's both. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing popping. I hope y'all ready to get this thing popping. It's your boy KDJ. Let's go. This feels good this morning. I hope y'all feel good this morning. I feel great this morning. Let's go. Oh man, we're gonna be talking about a lot of crazy stuff this morning. How's everybody doing? Let the music play. Let's go. Oh, it's gonna be one of them shows. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be one of them shows. Go tell everybody KD's on. Tell them KD's on. It's about to get on. It's gonna be crazy. Try hard through the night. No way cannot deny it. Oh, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. It's your boy KDJ, man. I hope everybody's having a great day today. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day today. It's your boy KDJ, man. We got a lot to get into, a whole lot to get into today. It's been a while since we talked about Black Opulence against Hood Rich. And today's that day that we talk about Black Opulence against Hood Rich, all right? So I had to get on live today this morning. We're back. This morning, I had an awesome Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had an awesome Thanksgiving. Everybody had an awesome holiday season. I hope you ate good. You know, I got to get back at the gym because, you know, I ate a little bit too much over the Thanksgiving holidays. You know what I'm saying? But it was a beautiful time. Me and my family this year, we didn't do the ordinary Thanksgiving. We actually did like a seafood Thanksgiving. Because, you know, you got to get tired of the turkey every year, like the monotonous of doing the same thing every year. Now, I know some people, like my best friend, Twan, he sits there, he loves, like, the turkey. He don't want to eat anything but turkey, macaroni and cheese, the chicken. He wants to do all that. But this year, we did a little bit different. You know, I got fried some tilapia, fried some catfish, you know, put some stuff in the fryer, you know what I'm saying? We did have a little chicken. We had a little bird. Yeah, bless a little bird. We had a little bird in there. You know, we had all those things going on. And it was just a beautiful Thanksgiving. And, you know, we have a lot to be thankful for. A whole lot to be thankful for. So I hope you guys, from me to you guys, I want you guys to have a happy holidays. I hope you're having a happy holidays. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving break. Now we back at it this morning, Monday morning. We back at it all week long. All week long. We're going to be at it all week long. So I hope you guys have had a great, happy holidays. We're going to wish you a happy holidays coming up for the Christmas break, New Year's, all that. We got we wish great health. Man, we wish health, prosperity to your family. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys will enjoy this holiday season. Hope you're in the mood to be cheerful and giving, right? Because God has been good to all of us. Even the ones of us that's been caught up in some allegations. Allegations? Yes, they're talking to some allegations. Go ahead and bring it up. You know, because some have recently. Can we say recently? Some have recently been caught in some allegations. They got some big allegations going on here that's been going. And y'all know me, I had to give y'all the truth of what's really going on in these allegations. That's going on in the allegations that people been coming. Oh, we hear the side. There it is. All the top allegations of the week. Now, last week, we heard some news about Diddy, right? We heard news about Diddy and Cassie, was suing Diddy, claiming that Diddy had did some improper things, allegedly did some improper things. They said allegedly that Diddy had, did some allegedly improper things, you know what I'm saying, that had taken advantage of her at a youthful age of 17, 18, 19, teenage age, you know what I'm saying? And, forced her to do some things, coerced her to do some things. But then she just leave Diddy like 2-3 years ago. Like, okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? So, so she sued Diddy. Diddy did a quick job within the day. He settled that thing. He had it settled quick, right? So everybody's kind of like, dang, wondering like, man, why now? Why now did Cassie come out with these allegations against Diddy? Nah, and everybody was like, yo, Diddy, hey, we're not surprised. You know what I'm saying? We're not surprised at the allegations. But a lot of people were wondering, like, why not, Cassidy? Why come out with these allegations right now? Right? And these allegations with Cassidy was really, really scathing. And, she talked about how, she had some things going on, and he videotaped her, forced her to sleep with other men and different stuff like that, and took advantage of her, held her hostage and all these other things, right? So we went through those lawsuits that all the things that were going on. So we just kind of like, okay, we kind of get it. So Diddy went and paid her off, and we kind of understood why Diddy paid her off. Like, we kind of understood, and I think more than anything, he paid her off because, let's be honest, Cassie was with Diddy for a long time. A long, long time. So she said 19. And so, I mean, we talk about years, right? So she knows a lot of the stuff that Diddy did, good and bad, probably, right? She probably had a front seat, bird's eye view of Diddy's situation. Inside the bedroom and outside the bedroom. Right? Inside the bedroom and outside the bedroom. Let me see. How long was Diddy and Cassie's dated? Relationship timeline. Let's see. So since 2005. At least since 2005, they dated, and according to the 2005 to 2018. So you talk about 13 years that they were allegedly together, at least, right? 13 years that they allegedly together, at least 13 years, and now she brings out a lawsuit saying that these things are what she brings out the lawsuit of Diddy having some sexual immoral things going on after 13 years of being together. 13 years. So we kind of understand why Diddy was like, you know what, let me slide you a little piece of money, because more than anything, more than the allegations or whatever, it's hush money, right? It's really, more than anything else, it's really kind of hush money. It's more than a lot of stuff, more than what people are going to say, it's really kind of hush money, right? So these allegations that were going forth, with Cassie, we understood, like, okay, all right, he need to get that taken care of very quickly. But we didn't understand why the timing now, or why Cassidy was coming out with these allegations. So then we start looking, and we start getting allegations against J.B. Fox. We start getting allegations against Aaron Hall. They were quick allegedly allegations against Luke, but Luke kind of shut them down very, very quickly. With what's the name, Valencians or whatever her name is. Like, there's allegations against all these guys, And I was like, man, where are all these allegations are coming back, now? Like, why now? All these allegations, like, back to back to back. And I was like, man, is this a Me Too reunion movement? Like, what's really, really going on? You know what I'm saying? What's really the problem? And then, I did some digging, and now people are starting to break it to the headline of what really happened. What really happened was, we soon find out that the reason why a lot of these allegations are starting to come to fluidity is because of a law that New York passed called the Adult Survivors Act. Now, in the Adult Survivors Act, what they did was they said, hey, we're going to take away the statute of limitations for anyone that's dealing with sexual assault. We're going to take those statute of limitations away. You know what I'm saying? And because of this but you have to. They gave him 1 year. It's November 2022, and the deadline was last Thursday. Can I make this up? So you could get you could say if you're gonna get a lawsuit in of any type of sexual assault, then you have for November. You can go back many years, right? So listen, I'm gonna read. This is according to the BBC. All right, this is according to the BBC. What is an Adult Survivors Act? The law, which is signed by New York Governor Kathy Hochul, who a lot of people don't like because she's far leftist and extremist, temporarily lifted the statute of limitations for people filing a sexual assault complaint. It was enacted November 2022 for a 1 year period. The act gives people a look-back window on sexual assault that took place before the 20-year legal statute of limitations. This means civil lawsuits on historic sex crimes can be filed for a limited time. So they only had a year to file these. It specifically applies to people who were victims of assault when they were an adult over the age of 18. The act is modeled after a similar one for children called the Children's Victims Act, which was passed in 2019. The reason why it was passed is to acknowledge the impact of trauma on sexual assault survivors and how it may delay people from coming forward to the legal system at the time of the incident. This can be an important part of survivors' healings. The governor signed it in. New York State has also enacted a measures designed to help survivors come forward, such as extending the statute of limitations from 3 years to 20 years, right, for a select number of sex crimes in 2019. That extension, however, only applies to new cases and not retroactive cases. The Adult Survivors Act partnered a rush of historic sexual assault claims. Y'all know Chris Cuomo he got one too. So New York's Mayor Eric Adams, meanwhile, many names have been. Sean Combs has been sued 3 separate times. Dog, did it 3 times. God, dog. 3 times. Good Jesus. Whew, that's a lot. And then Mayor Eric Adams, meanwhile, was sued for alleged assault and that occurred in 1993. So was former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. A former aide has alleged Mr. Cuomo groped her while she worked in the office. All 3 have denied claims against them. Mr. Combs reached a settlement in one of the cases filed against him with his ex-girlfriend, Cassie. Other celebrities like Jamie Foxx, Axl Rose have been sued. Both deny the allegations against them. Former President Donald Trump was also sued by E. Jane Carroll under the law. She accused him of sexually assaulting her in the Manhattan department store in 1996. A judge ruled in Mrs. Carroll's favor and ordered Mr. Trump to pay her $5 million $5 million in damages. While these cases make headlines, the law has also enabled hundreds of people who are not high profile of accusing high profile persons to file historic sexual assault lawsuits. So now we kind of understand where all these allegations are coming from, right? People are trying to get these allegations in so they can file a civil lawsuit. Now, this is the thing. First of all, we got to be very sensitive about what we're talking about here. Very, very, very sensitive, right? Because we're talking about, it's really a he say, she say type situation, and we wasn't there. Let me first say that. None of us was there. None of us can say, he did it, he didn't do it, she telling the truth, she lying. We can't say. We can't say. Unless it's witnesses that can corroborate these stories. Unless it's witnesses that can sit there and say, this is true, this is false, we can't say what it is. We really can't say. We're going to make, we have our allegations and we'll make our judgment. Because I hate when people be like, well, you can't judge that. You can't judge. The Bible say only God can judge me. But then they be making judgments about people's personal lives all the time. You know what I'm saying? They look and say, oh, Diddy did it. I know he did it. Right? They be like, but then you be like, well, Diddy did it. God can't judge you. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Oh, they be, Jamie did it. I know he did it. I know he looked like a rapist the whole time. And I'm like, wait a minute, what happened to God can't judge me? Only God can judge me. Well, I know. How you know? Were you there? No, you wasn't there. You really wasn't there. So at the end of the day, because people love throwing it up in certain situations that they feel like is favorable towards them. But then in the other situations, they'll be like, oh, God can't judge me. He was sad. And they'll be looking at them like, okay, but you're judging. You know what I'm saying? Like, only God can judge me. But wait a minute, you're judging these people. So we don't know. Let's first and foremost, let's say we don't know. Right? Can we first and foremost first say that? We were not there, or unless you was there, unless you seen it, unless you was privy, because according to some, according to some of these allegations, there's some people there that saw it. You know what I'm saying? And then it comes to some other allegations, and it's not true. So, unless you're there, for sure, and unless you're Diddy and Cassidy, or Diddy and the other people, the J Doe that's doing it, you know what I'm saying? We can't say either way. Right? So we want to be sensitive to both sides of the situations. We want to be sensitive to both sides. And this is one thing that I have to say. And it's not said enough on behalf of the men. Because I was looking on Facebook, and I was looking at the Aaron Hall situation with, what was his name? Valette says, or whatever her name is. And the girl, I commented to the young lady. The young lady was talking about how Aaron Hall had sex with the girl. She's 16, and Uncle Luke and stuff was like that, and stuff like that. And then we came to find out the girl tried to say something against Uncle Luke. And Luke Campbell was like, wait a minute, hold on, stop. I got signatures by your parents and you. You were dancing for me at the time. Your mom and dad knew it. They signed off on it. And you knew what you was doing at 16, 17, those ages. You signed off on it, and you did it. Now, I had a conversation with someone from the East Coast, and we had a conversation, and she told me, now this is because I wasn't there, right? So I had to go I had to put my journalistic hat on and talk to her. And this is something that we always say, because we're quick to say all the women are the victim, and there are a lot of women that are victims. Let's be honest with you. A lot of these guys that we hold to high standards, or a lot of these guys that we look up to, have done some very, very, very suspect things, right? To women, to other people, to all those things. They done some suspect things in the past, right? And some have gotten away with it, some haven't, right? But we can't, and let's put that front and center. Front and center. A lot of guys have done some very suspect things, and especially in our culture, in the hip hop culture, very suspect things. But and there are a lot of women that won't say anything or take a lot of stuff that was done to them to the grave, right? And a lot of women that blame themselves for some of the decisions that they made. And there's a lot of women that was taken advantage of and put in precarious situations because of some of the decisions that they made. Not to say they was right or wrong, but they won't say anything because they understand the accountability that they have in themselves with the decisions that they made. And then there was some that didn't make the wrong decision and were taken advantage of, who are also victims. But then too, I was listening and I was talking to this person, and this person who has, who was privy to some of those situations, and my source, they're gonna stay unnamed. I'm talking to my source who's privy to certain situations in certain one of those environments, and she said, King, while there are a lot of women who were victims, there are a lot of women who sought these men out, and a lot of these rappers and artists were victims. I said, why you say that? She said, because a lot of these women knew they were younger, they were 17, 16, or they knew what they were doing to put themselves in the position to be with some of these artists. And I thought about that thing, because I thought about it, and I said, you know what? When I grew up in high school, none of the girls wanted to date the guys, especially when we was in middle school to high school, by I say from about sixth grade to about 10th grade, right? Around 11th grade, around 11th grade, the girls our age started getting a little bit more interested with us, because the other guys had gone on, they were out doing their thing, right? But from about 6th to about 11th to 12th grade, if we keep it funky, a lot of the younger girls were going after the older guys, right? A lot of them were going. We would talk to them like, who you dating? It's like, I'm 12, 13. How old your boyfriend? He like 17. How, Sway? They was not trying to get with the younger guys. They were not trying to get the guys their own age. We didn't have a car. We didn't, you know what I'm saying? We had no licenses. We had no focus job at McDonald's or Captain D's and nothing like that. We had no money. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, because this whole thing, see, the younger generation think they're the first generation that the women started being like, we want money. No, women been saying they want money for years. This has been decades worth of. This has been since the beginning of time that women been looking at situations and been desiring certain stuff, right? This goes all the way back to Eve, when Eve looked at the fruit and the fruit saw that it was desirable, it was good for food, and she wanted wisdom, she wanted something, right? Women have been doing this for ages, and she told me, she said, "King, it was a lot of girls that used to dress up, used to carry themselves. She wasn't surprised with the Valencias that was talking with the Uncle Luke was saying where her parents signed off at 16 for her to travel with 2 Live Crew. 2 Live Crew. And it just so happened Luther Campbell said, hey, you don't be calling my name. I got the paperwork. You said, I got the paperwork. And let's be honest, the girls in my community wanted the ballers. They wanted the drug dealers. If you really, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it above. Let's shut down and stop all the craziness, and let's keep it 110%. If you really, really look at the age of a lot of baby mamas and their baby daddies normally significantly older. 3 to 5 years, easy. Now, I ain't talking about doing Aaron Hall, because they said Aaron Hall's like 37. She was like 16, 17. Now, that's crazy. He was saying, oh, that's crazy. And then Aaron kind of admitted, like, I didn't know she was a puppy. Like, Aaron, come on, man, you need to hush. You know what I'm saying? It's a different time. And I think that needs to be brought up, too, because I got a lot of the young women today that's in this woke community, and they had the opinion that, oh, man, they were 17 and 18 sleeping with 26 and 27-year-olds and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, it's a different time back then. It was a different time. I'm so glad I like older women. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. I love. Oh man, I praise God. I like older women at that age. I was not trying to give no young chickens at that age. I was like older women all day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Jesus. At the end of the day, though, but listen, that was the time frame that we lived in. And the truth, I could name names of and maybe they was lying. Maybe the girls was lying to me, right? Maybe the girls in my classes, maybe the girls in the class, because women lie too. Like, women lie more than men a lot of times. Women lie too. Maybe the women were lying. But a lot of women in my classes was going after the older guys. We'd be like, oh, it was girls I would be like, yo, I'm trying to holler at so-and-so, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, she going with do-do-do-do-do. Hey, but ain't he like in the 11th, 12th grade? Yeah, he in 11th grade. In 12th grade. But she in the 8th. You know what I'm saying? All y'all women that want to sit there and throw shade and stuff like that, I really want to know what's the age of you. You had a baby young. I want to know the age of your baby daddy. What's the age difference between you and your baby daddy? And if your baby daddy's over like 10, if your baby daddy's like 5, 6, 7 years older, you probably should not say much about these situations. You was doing the same thing. You was out there in these streets doing the same thing. Right? And this is the thing. I try to tell people all the time. Accountability goes both ways. Accountability goes both ways. And I told you earlier, it's a lot of women, and like she told me last night, she said, King, it's a lot of women that are holding their peace and not saying anything because they think, and I don't think it's right though. I think if you were abused, if something happened and you said no, right? And you said no, and you did not want it to happen, right? And he forced himself on you. No matter what age it is, age really don't matter. If it was like an obvious no, then he should have stopped. And the age then becomes really null and void to me, right? Really null and void. But I said this on Facebook, and people looked at me like I was crazy. It's a difference between rape and regret. That's a difference. It's a huge difference. And I think we gotta start calling that to the table. Hey, did you consent to doing this and then regretted it later? Or did you not consent to it? Right? Because you got Cassie that was in a relationship for 13 years. It's starting to be like, okay, is it rape or is it regret? Are you regretful for your actions? That's different. I know y'all don't like, these are the hard conversations that we have to have, right? And I know y'all don't like having these conversations. That's why I'm so glad I'm not linked to anybody. I can have the real conversations and say really, really what a lot of people won't say. It's a huge difference. Oh, I got a comment. It's a huge difference there, right? It's a huge, so I said all wrong, right? All wrong. It's a huge difference. Hey, Earl, what's up, Earl? It's a huge difference between rape, right? It's a huge difference between rape and regret. Rape and regret. Huge difference. You know what I'm saying? Huge difference. If you decided to stay with somebody for a certain long time and they was providing a lifestyle that you needed and you enjoyed and you wanted to be a part of, that kind of sound like consent. Like you wanted to be there. Especially if they gave you the rules ahead of time. They gave you the rules of engagement. Hey, if you want this lifestyle, you want to live like this, you got to do this. If they give you that straight up, you know what I'm saying? That straight up conversation, and you was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime you can change that now. Anytime you can change that. But you was like, all right, cool. And you went for it for 13 years? I don't know, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough. He said when people don't get what they want, yeah. I'm just saying, Earl, like we kind of got to look at it beyond the veil, because people want to make it cookie cutter. It's not cookie cutter, right? They like, the girl was like, oh, she's who's that? Valencia, whatever the girl name was that said that Uncle Luke alleged that Eric Hall had some wrongdoing with her, right? The Valencia's girl, she alleged that, and Uncle Luke was like, wait a minute, hold up. You and your parents consented to this, right? Allegedly, Luke was like, I got papers, so you and your parents consented to this at 16. Oh man, they say the woke crowd is gonna be mad at me, right? The woke crowd y'all can't be mad. If you woke now, you woke, you gotta get the crust out your eyes and see the things clearly, right? See the things clearly. Allegations happen, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't be honest with you. The Adult Survivors Act, I see why a lot of people are against it, because I think it causes more conflict than it does good. Because the women that coming forth, the first thing people gonna say, only reason you're doing this is to get money. And it makes sense for them to say that, because this is the opportunity. And Cassie was kind of smart with this too. This is the opportunity for them to say, hey, you won't face legal prosecution. It's strictly about money. Right? It's strictly about, you're not going to face legal. We was like, man, now they're going to come back and they're going to have criminal lawsuits again. Nope. This statute of limitation is only for civil lawsuits, right? So they can't come back and get criminal charges. It's only for civil lawsuits. So they can only get civil lawsuits. So it's like the women, it's kind of like the women say, hey, I'm going to get this money. All right? So a lot of guys are looking at it like, is this a money grab? You know, it's a money grab. You know, it was one. I think it's the one that said that she went to the doctor. She been trying to get it. She brought this case up before. All right, this is what Earl said. Earl, I know this because you're traveling. You travel now. You still travel with some big bands now. And I know that what you're saying, you're very familiar with the case. Earl, you should come on and talk. I don't know if you feel like talking, Earl. Now this is one of the conversations now. If you want to come on, let me know. Put a thumbs up if you want to come on. I see the link to get on Earl and have the conversation with me. But Earl said, and Earl is in the conversation. He actually told us now how many times I've been in a room full of entertainers, and the conversation goes, "This is what we do." Whatever that means to the responsible or non-responsible party, you know. So he's when he's trying to. I think when he's Earl, I need you to come on, Earl. You gonna come on? Give me a thumbs up. You gonna come on, Earl? At the end of the day, I'm saying, like, listen. I had a conversation with somebody who was in the area that was in that, and she's like, "Hey, a lot of the women wanted to get chose, right? It was their decision to get chose. Now, at any point in time in that situation, they can renege and say, "Hey, I don't want to do this." Let's keep that forefront. Any point in time, they can renege and say, "Hey, I don't want to do this," right? But from what I was understanding, oh, he said thumbs up. All right, I'm gonna see you the link, Earl. I'm gonna see you the link. So, from my understanding, and and now the guys are a little bit smarter. They're getting these NDAs and they getting these permission slips. Now these guys get these coochie permission slips. They be like, hey, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? If you sure you wanted to go down, you need to sign these papers, which is smart. You know what I'm saying? Because 10, 20 years ago, you can't say, well, he did this. No, baby, we got to. It's almost like marriage now. You know what I'm saying? No, we got these papers. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is crazy. It's an interesting dynamic. It's an interesting conversation, and I think it's also behooves both sides. It behooves both sides to learn something from it, right? Like both sides got to learn. Both sides can learn something from this. And I know what you're saying. Well, King, how can women? These are victims. Okay, we could say even if you say that they're victims, right? If you want to say these women are victims, right? What they can learn is don't put yourself in a situation like that. Girl, be smart. I remember when we went to college, right? I thought it was whack, right? I thought it was whack. But then the older I the older I got, I understood. But I like my junior year in college, I understood because I was trying to be RA and all that stuff. Never got there. I think I dropped it before that. But I was trying to be RA. I was saying, but I'll never forget my freshman year. I was in Savannah State, and we went over to the female. My freshman year, Errol calling it, and we went over to the female dorm. And in the female dorm, what happened was I was there. The RA was doing a speech. One of my friends was the RA, and I was trying to holler at a girl at the dorm. I think her name was Alicia or something like that at the time. I was trying to holler at Alicia at the dorm, and she was sitting at the dorm. And while we were sitting at the dorm, they were talking about girls. Listen, don't be sneaking in the boys' dorm. Don't do that. They was just going off on the guys. Like, man, now be careful. These guys are, especially. And then they mess around because I was a football player, especially the athletes. I was like, wait, hold up. What did all of us ain't like that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, wait a minute. But I said, listen. And she's like, don't put yourself in that situation where we had to get you in this investigation. She's like, man, don't even do that. These guys look good. They was just dogging me. I was like, why are y'all doing this? Y'all so wrong. I was like, y'all just some hateful biddies. Right? But now that I'm older and I got a little bit older, I kind of understood where it was coming from to say, hey, you got to make smart decisions. On both sides. The guys got to make smart decisions too. Right? Let me bring my guest in. Big Easy. This young man here is he's a fantastic artist, travels, touring artist, touring musician, DJ, just an all-around good dude, man. One of my partners. Guy's hilarious. Got his own. He's also an influencer, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all around entertainer, man. Extraordinaire. Mr. Easy, Earl, what's going on, my brother?
What's happening, man? What's going on?
Man, chilling, man. All right, so we talk now. You on the road a lot. You're touring a lot, and you tour a lot with especially those soul singers, man. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of know what's going down. What's some of the things that you've seen being on tour?
Make it plain. Make it plain.
Huh? That's the story. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna open it. What's some of the things? Have you seen some of this where the younger girls are playing that role to be trying to get in the room with the older guys, and they know they older? You know what I'm saying?
Man, first, I've been doing this since 1989, 90.
Wow. Okay.
So we talking even before computers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 18, 19 at the time. 40, 50-year-old women coming on to me. So I can reverse that.
Yes.
Now, I'm that age and we get off stage, and I tell people all the time, I don't have to do nothing. Just show up. So you making these decisions off of spur of the moment because you know it's gonna happen.
Okay.
There's no effort, zero effort. She saw me on stage, period. And I'm not even the artist.
Right.
So automatically when you see a female backstage at the hotel, the first thing pops in a person's mind who's in the background is they came for him or for her.
Right. They didn't come for you. They didn't come for you.
But then when they do come for me, when I find out that, oh, they did come for me, that's when this NDA thing come into play with me as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. All right. So you had the clauses too. I'm asking the question.
Yes.
Trying to get there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So as far as the head artists, whoever it may be, even the ones who in jail.
Okay.
Dude, it's like being a baby and your young kid, a toddler, whatever, and they ask you, did you eat the cookies or drink the Kool-Aid when the evidence is all on your mind? So for the evidence to come up 20 years later, when we all know the deal, who's the smart one and who's the dummy at this point? You know the day is coming. You just don't know when it is. And like the devil's advocate, like, I'm getting away. I'm getting away. I'm getting away. I'm getting away. Bloop.
Not getting away.
I don't want no part of it, bro. I don't want no part of it. And it's hard to be in the industry and not take part. And then when you see the dumb stuff happening in your face and growing up Koji, I can stop right there.
Wait, you're not gonna bring up my Church of God in Christ people and my family into this man. We're not bringing the Church of God in Christ into this conversation right now. You know, so they had nothing to do with this. That's strange right there, Earl. They had nothing to do with this, now. That's strange. I done been there before Church of God in Christ, bro. I done been there. I done seen it firsthand.
I just threw that in as another talking point for you. Hey, bro, you can go in there, play the drums, play the bass, play the keyboard, the lead, whatever you want to play. But at the end of the day, what I am saying is the only reason I said Church of God in Christ, whether it be Full Gospel Baptist, PAW, Pentecost, whatever, is you would think you got some level of decency or common sense.
Nah, bro. Listen, man. Let me tell you something about these conventions, y'all.
I'm glad you said no without even thinking. No. Thank you. That was a test. That was a test.
Nah. Let's keep it funky. Like, hey. Ames was Hookup City, bro. Ames, ULAC, and it was, hey, I'm going. If you know about ULAC, you really Church of God Christ. ULAC, Ames, the Convocation. That was Hookup City.
Say, if you don't say Convocation, you ain't Church of God.
No, I mean that's Hookup City, man. That's Hookup City, man. That's Hookup City.
Okay.
That's Hookup City. Like, I mean, come on. The Convocation. I was an A's guy because A's is more for the young people, right? So the young people. So we literally like that was the beginning of the internet situation. But we would literally have like, oh man, what's up? What you doing? What you doing? The A's is going on, blah 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 blah. You have a whole bunch of young people in the hotels with only 2 or 3 chaperones. You know,
and I could never take part because I always had to be with my bishop.
It was a good time.
So I'm there.
It was a good time. Yeah. That's all I can say. It's a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time.
You saw that, yeah.
Let's give you a good time. But I agree that you had. So you're saying you can't. The main artists, the big artists, they have to make sure that they have those NDAs. They have to make sure that you're careful because it's really, really easy to get caught up. Let me ask you this question. We a lot of times we talk about the girls and the women being the victims, right? Would you suggest that the artists and the people on stage that have been targeted are also victims also? Or do you think they should know better and they should, this is part of the territory that comes with the territory and stuff like
Again, I can't speak for the 18, 19-year-old me,
that? Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But this 52-year-old me, you know there's a Brittany Renner out there. You know
Okay.
that there's a Kardashian out there. You
Right.
may not know of them, but you
Mm-hmm.
know that type of person exists, and they like carnivores. They coming, and they only have one goal. It ain't even the act. They're not
Mm-hmm.
even there for the act. They're there to get you caught up. And if you whether it be a situation that doesn't end up in a human life,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's a situation that does end up in a human life, you're hooked for life.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Kardashians, they may not be with the guys anymore, but you hooked for life.
Mm-hmm.
Ray J was in a situation, he married and went on by, but he's hooked for life. Then, all the other artists in football, basketball, baseball, when you come across a particular person, whether it be male or female, let's just keep it 100, you're hooked for life. Mary J. Blige, she was married to a man, he left, we know, dog, and we all said it.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't there for the right reason. And the time he left, money, he was a manager the whole time. Why is your husband a manager? Well, I trust him. And girl, we've been in this around this for too long. And the first thing
Mm-hmm.
he did, money. Now we always say women always know that was a dude, and he wanted his papers. And she had to pay child support on his kids that's not hers.
That's crazy.
How? But we all told her.
That's crazy. And man,
So
Kijo,
yeah,
Black Opulence versus Hood Rich, man. I got my man Easy Earl, fantastic singer out of from Houston. Well, by way of Houston, Texas, right now, right? By way of Houston, Texas,
from Baton Rouge.
from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. And
Yeah, yeah,
very much productive in the scene that it's going on. Now, Earl, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, I see, I keep up with you. Now, I'm keep up with you. I'm a huge fan. You like the ladies, now, Earl. You
I
know
put
what
my
I'm saying?
business in the
I ain't
street.
gonna put the bees in the street, Earl. I ain't gonna do that to you. I ain't gonna do that to you. You like the ladies though, right? You like the ladies like you, Earl. I see it. I see the interactions. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
knew where you was going. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead. Go
see,
ahead.
I
Go ahead.
see,
Go
I
ahead.
see
Go ahead.
some of the interactions, and I see some of the ones that like it, brother. And I'm like, God is good, right? So you know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Hey, God is good, man. God, me and my brothers,
Boom.
me and my brothers having a conversation about this yesterday. I was always saying, man. Listen. God knew what he was doing when he created women, bro. Like it's the most beautiful creation in the earth is woman. Like whoever, don't think so, man, there's something wrong with you psychologically. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how you exist on a daily basis and don't think about a woman or a woman past you or your. But anyway, go ahead and say what you're
All
saying.
right, I'm married, so I don't look. You know what I'm saying? I be like, you know what I'm saying? I turn to Ray Charles.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, Aaron, but listen, check this out. That temptation, man. Especially when, and cause stop, like you've been in the industry for a long time, and you had a successful career, and even now I see the shows and stuff that you guys are doing. That's a blessing. First of all, that's a blessing. Congratulations on that. That's a blessing. That comes from hard work, dedication, making sacrifices that other people don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
Whew.
That's
I
true, right?
almost
Like,
caught the Holy Ghost when you said that.
no, seriously, that's real talk. Like real talk. People don't understand
Yeah.
that. You know, um, people don't understand those sacrifices that are made to make sure that you can be successful in this industry. You know what I'm saying? And people always
Yeah.
talk about because I
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
talk about blood sacrifices and stuff like that. I'm like, man, listen, it's just sacrifices, period, that you got to make to be in the industry. You know what I'm saying? That people
Period.
don't understand. You know, um, the interaction, right? And you want to
Mm-hmm.
have. And I tell my wife all the time, and she gets mad. I be like, baby, I want to have. I want the ladies to be to interact with me because a lot of times they're really the ones. Now you know what though. I looked at my numbers. I got a large constituency of brothers that hold me down. But the ladies, I really
Right.
want the ladies to hold me down. You know what I'm saying? That interaction where you really, really cater a lot to the women. How does it feel when they actually come and you have to hold your hands up and be like, I can't, baby. Oh my god, but I gotta be because you got a young artist now that's watching. I know they're gonna look, they're gonna, especially in the replay and stuff like that. They're gonna catch this, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for some of the stuff I said, but I just kept it honest. What's your message to some of the young artists that's coming up? I work with a lot of them. My wife just says hilarious. My wife just texted me and said, "Have an amazing day, baby."
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
That
All
is
right.
good.
All right, I'm good. All right, but what do you say to the younger artists that's getting in there about the traps that some of the and what can you give some examples of some of the traps that you've seen from these beautiful creations that God created, and what's some of the warnings that you can give to them?
I'm gonna say a few, but my number one, this I don't know if this a Christian show or not, but
Be yourself.
inward focus.
Oh, I'll be talking about stay away from the negativity all the time, so you go ahead and let it slide. You say it all the time. Well, go ahead. Be yourself, man. Be yourself.
That's the word.
Okay.
That's nigga focus. Wherever you at and you this you running, you trying to make videos and viral videos or the best song, or you come up with a good hook, or you in a studio, or you at an arena, or you at a game and where they got you singing a national, whatever you doing, even in church, it's nigga focus.
Mm.
I've seen everybody come up. And I've seen a lot of people come down. And my biggest thing is nigga focus. Cause they coming.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Even if it even if it's, flip flop and the duty wop. Still, nigga focus. I
Did he
mean
say doodle wow?
you caught that. You caught that.
Did he say doodle
Bro,
wow?
flip flop duty wop.
Flip
Listen,
flop doodle wow. I'm writing it down to put
even
it in the book.
even 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 for them, whatever you even with this show, you trying to create something.
Yeah. Mm.
And I'll be like, King, nigga focus.
Gotcha.
Because there's something, I mean, think about turning around and the devil gave you the playbook. Why would he
Mm.
give you the playbook?
Mm.
So that's the whole play, is to get you to go by his playbook.
Mm.
So they coming, keep your eyes on the swivel. While your eyes is on the swivel, still put your eyes on tunnel vision to the dream.
Mm.
I think I've had too many relationships, and every one pretty much ended the same. My life is a musical documentary.
Mm.
Most musicians don't stay with people, and I applaud the ones who do, because either you rushed into a situation, you
Mm.
with the wrong person, or you trying to fit a circle into a square.
Mm.
I can't make you understand I got a show this weekend. I can't make you understand that I'm booked 50 out of the 52 weekends.
Mm.
I can't
Mm.
make you understand when I have to go in my studio and focus, because I'm not a mathematician. 1 plus 1 don't equal 2 in music. Sometimes I have to sit in there for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours to come up with something good, because everything I came up with wasn't working. I can't just go in there. Well, how
Boy,
long are
you
you gonna
talking.
be in there?
You preaching.
I'm gonna be in here till I finish. And everybody not gonna understand a musician or entertainer or whatever. I gotta study my lines for a movie. Well, we need to go out and eat. I cannot go out to eat tonight. I got things to do. I gotta edit video. I gotta study my music. I gotta get my lines. They told me I gotta do 10 songs, 10 new songs for church Sunday.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
All this stuff is coming to play. Now that's I'm not even talking about the outside. That's the inside stuff in here that I have to deal with. Because I got a person next to me trying to fit a square into a circle.
Mm.
That's the outside. I mean, the inside. The outside is, again, the tunnel vision and swivel vision. You have to have both visions. You can't, if you have tunnel vision, you won't see the vultures coming. If you keep your eyes on the swivel, then you swivel it so much you can't see in front of you.
Mm.
A lot of that came down to it. Hold on. What's up, my man? You need the subs for free? No. I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate it. Yeah. That's the whole thing, bro. Being a young entertainer or a young musician or a young person coming up, focus, man. Focus. King, I can't even think of what is it, a synonym, homonym, anonym. Forget that. Focus. I
Mm.
really don't have another word for it. That
Mm.
messes up a lot of us. And this is what we had this conversation over the weekend. As black people, sometimes we only have one shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other people, they got their uncle to save them, their grandfather say, I started a business and it flopped. Don't worry about it, baby. I'm gonna help you start up another business. We don't have that.
Mm. A lot of times we don't have that character.
You got one shot, baby. I don't want to use the M&M thing, but you got one shot. I don't know what to tell you. I just been lucky. I'm blessed. I'm not
Mm.
lucky. I've been blessed.
Me too. Yeah.
To sit around and you go there for sound check and it's just you and the sound man, you show up 3 hours later and it's 10,000 people in there to see you. That's crazy.
That's a blessing. That is a blessing.
And then you, the king, the craziest thing in the world is to stop singing and the crowd keeps singing the words. Boy, that is some humbling. Damn, hold on.
Hey man. Take your time.
There are some times I done went backstage and cried like right now.
Mm.
I cannot believe it. I can't believe it.
Mm.
That I'm living my dream.
Mm. That's a
Real
blessing,
talk.
man.
Real talk.
That's a blessing. And like I said, I've seen it. I've seen it, Earl, man. And I appreciate the transparency, bro. I seen it. I seen the videos and the stuff that happens. So I've been following you, man, and I've always been a fan, and I always enjoyed it, and you know, you always keep me laughing and keep me encouraged, man, to go. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like giving up, getting hard, I say, dang, man, Earl doing it. He's still putting the work in. You know, he got the work ethic that I need to get, and I thank you for those words because the guys need to hear the younger generation. Well, I'm saying to that, man, you know, our time is really I'm not the people like here at the end. No, I'm really at the middle. I'm like I'm at the middle starter by, but I still want to impart into
Yeah.
the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? The youth is coming to me. A lot of youth is coming to us to want to work and see, hey man, how you do this, how you blah blah blah. I was thanking the guy last week for letting me be a part of his album. And he's a young guy in the street that's starting to get some buzz here in Atlanta, and I mixed it and mastered the record for him. And I want them guys to be
Hold
skillful.
on. Let me say it because somebody just called my name. I'm gonna say this and I gotta go.
I got you.
This is what really uh makes me keep doing it. When I heard James Brown first hit, now he had music. His first hit, the
Mm.
hit, he was 38.
Wow. Wow.
Not first single, first hit.
Mm-hmm.
That song that Aretha Franklin did with Lauryn Hill,
Mm-hmm.
she was 50.
Mm.
Think about
Wow.
how big that song was.
Huge.
Everything is everything.
Huge record.
That was one of her biggest hits.
Mm.
She said it and she teared up. She said, I was 50.
Mm.
So thinking about that, I'm saying, man, James Brown was 38, Aretha Franklin was 50. I'm 52 now. Like Michael Jackson died dancing.
That's
James
right.
Brown died dancing.
Mm.
Prince could still play everything and dance.
Right. Right.
That's my
It was selling out
motivation.
arenas too. And was selling out arenas. Selling out arenas.
Till they died.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's stopping me? God gave you the sun, he gave you the moon, bro. And both of them, I was telling somebody yesterday, I say both of them shine and they never argue about who gonna sign.
No.
So
Sometimes
we
they shout
leave
at the
it at
same.
that,
And that's
man.
crazy because sometimes they shout at the same time because this morning I walked outside the moon out there with the sun. I was like, "Whoa!" What's this? I was like, I was scared for me. I'm like, "Oh, the planet ain't going." No. I was like, "It was a solar eclipse."
But they hey,
But they
the
do. You're
key
right.
is that they not they arguing about
Mm-hmm.
that.
That's right. That's right.
That's if I say, hey man, keep doing your thing. I appreciate you, bro. I watch you, bro. And then you come on here and say, I be following, I watch you. Me and you not arguing over who signed.
No. If you win, man, I'm
There's
happy.
room.
If you win, I'm happy. Like I'm excited. I'm like, yo, my boy did it. Like,
There's
you know what I'm
room.
saying?
There's room.
You know what I'm saying? My boy did it. Earl, I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man. I know you got the road, man. I thank you for the time. I appreciate you, man. And
Yeah,
we got to get together, man. You have to get together.
Yes, sir.
All right. Be blessed, bro.
All right,
Keep going
man.
on.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yo, that's a legend right there, man. Y'all don't even know, like, that's a legend. He's a legend, man, and always been a straight up guy. Always a guy that's always he's honest, straight up honest, and that's how I wanted him to be himself. Like, because we need that honesty. We need people to come and be honest and give you somebody that's touring now. Go look at his Facebook page. Go follow him. Look at his Facebook page. Go look at his Instagram stories and stuff like that. Somebody who's touring right now, not tomorrow, not later. That's touring right now, and it's 10,000 people in the audience. It's 20,000 people in the building, and it's women galore. And he's telling y'all, man, stay focused. Stay focused. And it's easy to lose focus. And the crazy thing is this, and this is one thing that we can't run from, right? This is one of the few things we can't run from in this situation. Is that their past is catching up with their future. Their past decisions. That's how I tell my young guys. I'm telling my young guys. I'm talking straight to the young guys now. Your past, the decisions you make now. Because we quit to tell me, you young, you can make mistakes, you can do everything you gotta do. You know, you young, they young, they're gonna make mistakes, they young, blah, blah, blah. And you be like, yo, man, those past decisions when they were younger, 30 years ago, what's happening? 30 years down the line, what are people saying? In some case, Bill Cosby, it was like, what Cosby's doing, it was like 50 years down the line, they were coming to try to get Cosby. Something that happened in the 70s. They wasn't getting into 2020. The decisions you make now are very, 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 very important that we make smart decisions. I tell my kids all the time. Every time I talk to them, I be like, hey, I see my wife. My wife done picked up saying it now. Right? My wife picked up saying it. Hey, make smart decisions. Make smart decisions. You got to make smart decisions. And they used to, I know they got tired of me saying it. Even when my kids, when they used to go on spring break, when they used to go Christmas break, when they go to Thanksgiving holidays, my whole thing was, hey, y'all need to make smart decisions. Make smart decisions. Make smart decisions. Because right now, you're setting up for your future. So a lot of these allegations and stuff that's coming up against these guys, I'm pretty sure some are money grabs. And then I'm pretty sure there are some actual victims out there that had some things happen to them. And I know, I'm almost positive. I'm almost positive that a lot of women that are saying, hey, I'm taking what happened to the grave. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because we always say it's always the ones that's brave that comes out and tells. But it's some bravery with some saying, hey man, I'm taking this to the grave. For my sake and for their sake. Some women see the part that they play. I was watching the video and the lady was saying that women who cheat don't say they cheat. They always talk about what their mate wasn't doing. Oh, he couldn't satisfy me, or he didn't do this, or he wasn't that. Because they can't bring themselves to the thing to saying that, hey, I'm actually out here cheating. I'm actually out here being an infidel, right? And she was saying the reason what they do is they blame, say, well, he's not satisfying me, or he's not giving me what I need, or he's not. So they are cheating, and they won't say, hey, yeah, I'm a cheater. They say, hey, what he didn't do, right? And that's always been a thing that we have accountability, not just for ourselves. And I want to talk because he talked more to the artists and male and female, easy talk more to the artists and say, hey, man, stay tunnel, stay focused. He said, Negro, stay focused. Stay focused on your dreams. Stay focused on what you got. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part, you can. You want to be a part of the show? Put a message up, man. We thank everybody for watching. Black Opulence was the Hood with Rich with your boy King David Jordan. Shout out to my guest, Easy Arrow that came on with me, man. That displayed some very great wisdom, man, and a great person that came on with me. If you want to come, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe. I think we're in a situation now where everybody has to start being more, like you said, they talk about NDAs, right? Like, make sure that it is what it is. You're comfortable on this. This is what it is. And I think guys and ladies, you have to be in a position now where everybody's on board. It can't even be now a question of did they want to do this or did they not want to do this? You know what I'm saying? It can't even be a question of that. It gotta be a question that, hey, they decided, they signed off of it, they knew ahead of time what's going on, they knew after what was going on. It is what it is. Right? It can't. But I think what Earl was trying to say too is you gotta be so focused on your goal that you don't get distracted by all that. You don't get distracted. You know what I'm saying? You don't distracted. It's crazy that you brought on Cody now. That's hilarious. But you don't get distracted by a lot of stuff. You stay focused, strictly focused on your goal. My guy Paul used to say all the time. PR used to say all the time. He used to say, and as a matter of fact, he said in the record I produced, he said, listen, as long as you making dividends, those trailer pennies will never end. And I was like, yo, what? But it's such a profound line, it's such a profound lyric that I was like, that's kind of true. You're like, man, as long as you making money, as long as you been successful, they gonna come out the woods. Don't matter if you 20, it don't matter if you 30, it don't matter if you 40, 50, if you 60, 70. They got the grandpa, who was that? OJ Simpson was talking about a girl having granddaddy issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, age is not a situation here. Now people are saying, hey, you should know better. 15, 16, 17. You know, make smart decisions. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Make smart decisions. He was saying, you gotta tell both. You gotta tell both. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell both. Hey, you know, and what we not talking about, some Earl said that we ain't talking about, and that's the fact that it's a lot of young men that slept with older women. That is like, hey, it's a lot of it's a lot of little boys that slept with older women. They were in their 15 and 16 and slept with somebody 30 and 40, and ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't nobody said that they victims. Not one. Ain't nobody said that. They got touched inappropriately. Ain't nobody said that. Everybody talking about the 27-year-old girl that slept with the 16-year-old boy or the 17-year-old boy. Y'all heard about the teacher that was doing that? No, she got arrested. She did go to jail. But you know what I'm saying? That happens a lot too. So let's be fair about it, both situations. And a lot of these artists that was young, 17, 18, they got molested too. And it started a whole vicious cycle of what happened with them in their young age. Now, you know, it's a cycle. And that happens in the community. And the sad thing is this, and then we're going to transition to our next thing, and I gotta get out here. The sad thing is this. These things happen in the hip-hop community. And we're seeing what's happening in the hip-hop community. It's very interesting, the things that are happening in the hip-hop community. And one of the popular things, on a high note, one of the popular things that happened was Andre 3 Stacks dropped this Flute album a couple of weeks ago. and it was an interesting dynamic. It was an interesting dynamic about 3 Stacks dropping his Flute album. And the response to Andre 3 Stacks dropping the Flu album was tremendous. I thought it was very interesting, right? And and when we saw, I think a lot of people when they saw Andre 3 Stacks coming out with an album, they were like me. We really got really excited that Andre 3 Stacks is coming out with a new record. That was super duper exciting for us to see 3 Stacks coming out with a new record. And a lot of us was very excited to hear new material from such a classic artist. Very excited to hear some new material from a classic artist. And I think what happened when we found out that it was an instrumental album, that a lot of people got in their feelings because they wanted him to drop a lyrical album, because he's one of the greatest lyricists of all time. Say what you want to say. Talk how you want to talk. Put your top 5. Who you want to put your top 5 in your top 5. But when it comes to one of the top lyricists of all time, you got to put 3 Stacks in there. No doubt. You definitely got to put 3 Stacks in there. And at the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, when he comes out and he reinvents himself with an instrumental album that's not hip hop, as what we do and as what we tend to do, we criticize the man. One of our legends, one of our top musicians of all time, one of more influential artists of our time, especially my time growing up. We criticize 3 Stacks. And why I understand a lot of people were upset that 3 Stacks didn't bring lyrics this time. You have to appreciate his musicality. I like the album, right? But I'm a musician. You know what I'm saying? I do music. I produce. You know what I'm saying? To plug, silly plug, I dropped my instrumental album in 2019. You know what I'm saying? And I think what ends up happening, and the problem with this situation is this. We're so much, I think a lot of people are so much in the square that when someone is creative, we're quick to say that's not part of the culture. Right? We won't embrace, even our American history, we don't really embrace it like we should. Even like like what's coming back now in the South is they call it juke joint music, right? And you're listening to these artists and they're bringing the soul, and it's like, and they're talking the lyrics, and it's almost like blues. And it started to come back, and it's making a comeback, and I'm like, yes. We need this. This is our history. This is our culture. Let's claim it back. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when we're looking and we're seeing someone like a 3 Stacks, who's a deeper thinker, who's shown himself to be a deep thinker, who's shown himself to be very self-aware, and a musician, taught himself how to play guitar, taught himself how to play the flute. When you see those things, sometimes it takes us a second to get acclimated to something that's really a part of our culture. So there's a lot of people making jokes about him coming out with a flute album because they wanted him to rap. And I get it. You want to hear one of the greatest lyricists of all time get out there and rap, but he has evolved as a man. And he's moved forward in his culture. And he's shown himself, and this is the issue that I have with a lot of people, especially in the hip-hop culture. He's shown himself to be very prolific, and not only prolific but eclectic. And what we've done and what we've become as a people a lot of times is we come out and we start demonizing people that don't act in the hip hop culture monolith. We start demonizing people and saying that's not our culture. When truth be told, he's a superstar of our culture. Truth be told, because you only like lyrics and beats, you can't get with. And what we've done is, and it's gonna this transition is gonna be crazy. I'm about to transition this. Y'all need to take notes of this transition. What we've done is we've alleviated this type of culture, right? The black opulence. We've alleviated the black opulence to big up. We've alleviated the black opulence. Y'all ready? We've alleviated black opulence to big up hood rich. We've alleviated black opulence to bring up hood rich. Why do you call it black opulence versus hood rich, King? This is why we call it black opulence versus hood rich. Because what we've done is we've established that this is the culture. Our culture is hood. Our culture is this type of way, and anything beyond this is unacceptable in our culture. So being brought up the right way, being taught the right way, having putting our kids in the best schools and best situations, we wonder why at the end of the day they still want to perpetrate a lifestyle a certain lifestyle. And a lot of that deals with the fact that we only can big up a certain part of our culture. So even if a person didn't grow up in that culture, they didn't grow up in the streets, if they didn't grow up in the hood, if they didn't grow up in any of those things, they didn't grow up in that, only thing they want to be is hood rich. Because we glorify and we glorify hood rich and we demonize opulence. We demonize and from our music to our dress, we demonize opulence and we always glorify hood rich. So now our kids that didn't grow up in the hood, they just grew up rich. They didn't grow up robbing. They didn't grow up. A lot of our kids, not some did. Some did. They didn't grow up like we did. Like me and my brother and sister slept in the same bed. They didn't grow up. They had their own rooms. They had their own. You know what I'm saying? They didn't grow up in the hood, in the struggle. They went to private school. That's right. Like Michael Irvin talk about his about his kid. They go to private school. But we demonize anything that equates to positivity or equates to someone doesn't look like the hood rich. So when it's really opulence, we don't want to be a part of it. Our kids don't want to be a part of it. And we dumbfounded. We like, yo, we worked hard. We sacrificed. I just told you, me and Earl just talked about the sacrifices you have to make to be in the industry. The sacrifices we've made to make sure that our kids had better. Our kids did better. Our kids live better. Listen, I work at the school, right? Now, when we grew up, lunch came, we had to eat. Whatever they cook, If it's nasty, it was good. Or the best days when they got the Central, they gave us a choice. Every day we had these pizzas, these little box square pizzas, right? And then every now and then they give us something good like some fried chicken or, you know what I'm saying, some Salisbury steak or, you know, whatever, right? And we grew up, whatever they gave us for lunch, we had to eat. We ate. Whatever they gave us for breakfast, we ate. It was only like maybe one or two, I think Valerie, I can't call it that like such thing. It was like one or two people that they mom wouldn't let them eat their lunch. They wouldn't eat their lunch. Right? It's only one or two. Whatever else they brought to us, we ate. We ate, man. Ate to say the grace. Hey, if it was super nasty, we took a bite out of it and, you know, went out and, you know, all right, we even get home. Right? But, hey, them square pizzas, hey, we used to knock them things down. All the time. All the time. All the time. And it got to the point, listen now, it got to the point where now, if you fast forward to 2023, or you fast forward now, let me tell you, the kids, listen, let me show you how they do in the lunchroom. Let me tell you how they do in the lunchroom. And we'll get to T.I. and talk about what happened. It's gotten to the point now where the kids come in, the cafeteria, they got, our school system, our charter school system, they have to grab a plate. They have to, right? They have to go through the lunch line. You got to go through the lunch line because you want to make sure all the kids have an opportunity to eat, right? They literally grabbed their plate out the lunch line, and what they did was the trash cans used to be by the door, right? So now they put the trash cans right there at the front. They grab it, come straight out the line, walk through the door at the line, drop their plate in the trash. Drop their plate in the trash. Now, me being my fat self, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all play the trash in the trash? And I'm gonna tell you how they don't. I can tell you how they weren't paying attention, right? So what I used to do was not right. What I used to do, I'm like, hey, you about to throw it away? Hold on, don't throw it away. Give it to me. All right, cool. Especially they had like eggs and grits and sausage or whatever, you know. So I get up there and get eggs and grits and sausage. They had the things with the cheese and the butter pats and stuff like that. I get it. I fix it. Blah blah blah. Now let me tell you. So I used to get there, have me a great old breakfast: egg, grits, sausage with biscuits. Oh man, I'm like, oh, we about to go to work. So what I did, this is one time. This is a true story. This is last year. I went in there. This had to be this is last year, maybe February of 2023. I went in there, went in my room, and I didn't get a chance to eat because I got called in the meeting or something like that. So I went in my room, I made my plate, blah, 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 blah. First period, I had to do lunch. I walked in and took my plate to the thing. I fixed my plate. And the kids went in there, oh, Mr. Jordan, that looks so good. I had put it in a to-go plate. I put it in a to-go plate. And I locked it up, to-go plate. So I opened it up. I fixed my lunch, you know what I'm saying? You know, big boys, we know how to style it. You know what I'm saying? We know how to put it together. I had a little salt in there, a little salt and pepper, butter on top. And I had my grits and my cheese grits and stuff. I had the 2 little biscuits, I had my little jelly pats and everything. They came with that, Mr. Joe, that looks so good. Where you get that from? I'm hungry. Where you get that from? I said, it's in the calf. Huh? I was, wait a minute, you had a chance to eat in the calf. What'd you do with your plate of calf? Throw it in the trash can. Why? The food ain't the same food. They thought I had went down to Friendly Gus and got me something. Didn't know that I had the same food that they were throwing away in the trash. I was like, well, why y'all ain't trying the food? I said, it's good too. Why y'all not eating the food? I don't know. Don't nobody eat that food. So you following the culture of everybody else, you gonna walk around here hungry because everybody else ain't eating the food? And then you gonna come ask me for my food? You better go home somewhere. I ate in their face. I was smacking. Whoa. I was just smacking I was going to town with eggs and grits. You're like, man, y'all get out of my face. Y'all talking crazy. But this is the culture that we have. We have gotten it where they're so complacent and they look at the situations and they have a better life, but they want to have that street life. It's validation to try to have the street life. Right? It's validation. We talked about Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin said, I don't even understand why my son out here trying to act like he all gangster in the hood. He grew up in the gated community. He trying to live my life. And what's really the issue is this. King, and I'm glad. Oh, I'm so hurt that his name's King, Lord. Lord, why is that could be? Why is that it could be Jamal? He looks like a Jason to me. You know what I'm saying? He's not a king. You know what I'm saying? He's not a king. Not a fellow king. I'm a king. You know, that's my real name too. My parents named me King too. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is defense. I ain't gonna just go off on a young man. In his defense, he's 19. So King is saying, I stand on business. Don't you know I stand on business? I stand on business. I stand on business. He's 19, guys. He's a child. I mean, he's still learning, right? He's like 18. I stand on business. But it just shows that he's trying to be like T.I. He's acting like his daddy. His dad portrayed this culture for years. His dad was Mr. Rubber Man. His dad big up that culture, the drug culture, and selling drugs. And it's all about the money and all that stuff. He perpetrated this. So here you are, making jokes and having a good time, and you're legitimately in the skybox. I think there's Atlanta Falcons game. In Atlanta, they had the celebration of Atlanta with Jermaine Dupri and everything at the halftime of the Falcons game. That's probably why the Falcons won. They need that energy. They need that positive energy of Atlanta hip hop. But they was at the Falcons game, and you're in the skybox at the game, and you in your feelings at the skybox that your mama and daddy afforded for you to get there. Now, do I think Tiny and T.I. was wrong to do it on live? Yeah. I whoever live it was, I don't know who live it was. Well, do I think they kind of pushed it too far? They did. You know what I'm saying? When they brought up the pacifier thing, that was funny. Like he had a pacifier until he was 12. Like that was hilariously funny. Like that was some Simpson stuff. That was hilarious. And they should have did him like that. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's in his feelings, and now he's pop it off. Now he was disrespectful, and I don't mind T.I. putting his hand for the disrespect, right? But the disrespect really was him trying to act like his dad. Because what we've done is we've created a culture and environment to tell them, hey, the hip hop culture, the street part of the hip hop culture, we don't big up the other side of the hip hop culture. We don't big up the opulent side of the hip hop culture. If you really know the culture, the black culture, the hip hop culture, it's two sides of the culture. It's just that the other side is more prevalent than the black opulent side. The other side is more prevalent than the black opulent side. So we're not bigging up in the opulence. We big up the hood culture. We big up the streets. We got them things with them stitches on it. Like, come on, man. Chi-Town. But what about the positive side of the culture? The black opulence. Circle by, hit him again, pow, pow. We pick up that. This is what D1 was right in that situation. I told you, I agree with what he said. But he talking to the wrong people. Because if we do like what they're doing with the comic book fans are doing, the Marvel fans and stuff are doing, and this is gonna get to my next narrative that I got. What the Marvel fans are doing at ABC and what they're doing is they're saying, hey, they figured out something. And I was watching this movie. Y'all gotta watch the movie. Oh my God, what's the name of the movie we watched? It's about GameStop, the GameStop movie, right? What's the name of the movie? I found out the name of the movie. The movie on GameStop. Y'all gotta watch the movie. It's a fantastic movie where they I hate to say this, and this is real talk. And this is something that the black culture has to learn, right? We have to learn this. We have to learn this. I looked at the list of millionaires and billionaires, right? Millionaires and billionaires, especially billionaires. Man, the ones that really, really got billions, nerds. The nerds, man. It's the nerds. It's the smart. And we diss the nerds. I mean, all coaches kind of diss nerds, right? They diss them until they like 25, 30, right? They diss until they like 25, 30. They're billionaire status, and you like, okay, right? They diss nerds, right? All the billionaires and gazillionaires, smart people. Nerds. Do their work, study. Nerds. It's like 5%. It's less than 1% of hood people that made millions and millions. All of them nerds. Like majority of the millionaires, we don't teach that in the school, but this is what we don't teach, and this is why people like King Harris and different ones want to go and be like, I got these stitches and I'm popping, right? Because we don't teach them that, hey man, if you really, really about that money, you probably need to get the books. You need to be a nerd. Because what the nerds do is the nerds make the billions, and then they hire the cool people to promote. Woo, talk that King Joe. They make the billions, and they hire the cool people to promote whatever it is that they selling to make them more billions. They pay them a percentage. Think about it. Mark Cuban's nerd. Mike Zuckerberg, nerd. What's the guy over the guy over Amazon? I can't think of his name right now. Jeff Bezos, nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then these guys making millions. You know what I'm saying? These guys are nerds. The nerds rule the world, right? Y'all just don't understand it. We don't want to agree with it because everybody want to be cool. And I told my wife, I said, man, I'm a nerd. She's like, what? I'm a nerd, King. I know. I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a nerd. Like, I'm cool with it. Once you start getting it, you start recognizing that you smart and you're doing smart things and you're creating different things and you're coming up with different stuff. Bill Gates, nerds, man. Nerds. They're the billionaires. And you know what they do? They hire the street guys to promote their business. Right? What the street guys started doing was hiring the nerds. That's how they got to be billionaires. Kanye is a nerd. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you, man, I was top of my class at Art Institute, had a scholarship, blah, 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 blah. You nerd. I think he's autistic. You know what I'm saying? He says, the autism be super, super smart. Super smart. Now they can see stuff that we can't see, right? But these guys are brilliant. Brilliant. Oprah, nerd. Come on now. And what they do is they hire the popular people and make them work for them. But a lot of times the kids can't see farther than I'm 19, I'm 20, I'm 17, I'm 18, I'm 16, 15. I be having I really think it was the devil that got me out of high school because I was having a conversation with them juggers that they probably never should have had. But I had a conversation with them like, man, what y'all doing? Are you spinning around? You ain't spinning around the block. Yeah, I know it's just entertainment. Why you not entertained by being a nerd? So I asked them a legitimate question. Y'all like making money? Yeah, I like making money. Do you want to prioritize making the most money that you can? Yeah, I want to prioritize making the most money that I can. Bro, like Earl said, focus, be a nerd. Be a nerd, man. Focus and be a nerd. And be a nerd. That's gonna get you the most money. These guys dropped out of Harvard. They didn't drop out of they didn't drop out of juvie. They dropped out of Ivy League schools. They didn't drop out of high school. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even the rich rappers. Lil Wayne went to college. Diddy, college. You know what I'm saying? What y'all talking? But we perpetrated that the hood rich is the way to go, and that's the only lifestyle. So when you see somebody in excellence, we don't even know how to react to it. When you see when you see Andre 3 Stacks coming with something excellent, we don't know how to react to it. And I tell you all the time, it's about being able to have a balance. It's a balance. It's about having a balance. Can I balance the hood? Can I balance the opulence? I heard somebody say, hey man, y'all don't like it, I like it. I think it's good. It's meditation music, good sleep music. I can go to sleep on it. I'll take it. Right? I'll take it. That's a balance. I'm not saying if you go into Master P and Wayne both of them went to Houston University. You're right. Millionaires. I'll take it. You go to sleep on I told my wife, right? I said, we get pregnant, we're not listening to any hip hop. She's like, what? I said, no, that's not true. I said, if you get pregnant, we're gonna have a balance of music. I said, I want you to get some headphones, put in your store. We're gonna play classical music, we're gonna play jazz, we're gonna play ragtime, we're gonna play a balance of music. We're gonna play only positive hip hop. We're gonna play Christian music, gospel music. I said, it's gonna be the baby gonna come out singing. You'll be like, what? The baby gonna come out singing. Girl, boy, don't matter. They coming out singing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put some headphones on your stomach. We're gonna sit there. I said, it's gonna be music all over. It's gonna be eclectic. Guess what? The more eclectic you are, the more well-rounded you are. Guess what? The more profitable you are. Teach that, King Joe. I will. The more eclectic and well-rounded you are, the more profitable you are. Earl, you can talk about this because when you tour, you want to be able to see as much as you can see. And you start embracing different cultures, and you start understanding how people interact and how to interact with people. Guess what? Now you've learned how to interact with them. Guess what you can do now? Now you know how I can sell to them. I'm speaking out politicians. I should pay for this. Y'all should pay for this one. Now you can say, hey, I see this culture, people like this, this. All right, now I know how to create towards this people, and I see why they like this. I see why the Italians. I see why Italians like to do this. So I need to do this for this. All right. I see why the Hispanic community like to do this. So I need to add a little bit of flavor for this. I see why the African Americans like this. I need to add some flavor for this. I see why the Caucasians like this. I add flavor for this. But we don't do that. Why? Because I don't want to marginalize my profitability. I tell people all the time. They be like, "DeJour, y'all don't bust in DeJour." You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. DeJour already, get the leather jackets. You know what I'm saying? The DeJour leather jackets coming. All right, but yo, at the end of the day, man, listen. I never say I'm a black business. You never hear me say it. Never. Matter of fact, I say the opposite. They're like, aren't you a black business? Nope. That ain't true. I may say it during Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? Black History Month this year, we definitely black business, right? We're gonna take it. And you see why in February, right? You see why I'm saying that. But for the most part, I don't walk around talking about we black business. Man, I say to everybody. I say to everybody. It don't matter. Christian. I don't say I'm a Christian business. I don't say I'm a Christian business. You know what I say? We do good business. Do great business. We do great business. Why? Because we're not going to marginalize our profit. What we're learning is the more that you're eclectic, the more that you can do different things, the more that you can come and do, the more that you can bring to the table, the more income streams that you have, the more possibility it is for you to be financially stable. Back in the day, all you could do is be a rapper. Now, they're saying, okay, 2023, you gotta be able to do more. You know, now you gotta be able to do more, right? So you just focus on one thing. Don't main thing. Make the main thing your main thing. But then you can also have a backup plan and other things, multiple income streams where you can do more. When I'm selling, I want to sell to everybody. When people watching this live, I want everybody to watch. I want black, white, women, men. When I look at my numbers, it tell me the gender. It tell me what Indonesia loves KDJ. I don't even know nobody in Indonesia, but they have my back like nobody's business. Thank you, Indonesia. Keep listening. Keep watching. We love you. All right. Africa. I don't know a lot of people in Africa, but thank you for listening. We love you. I want to get Australia. I want to get all the countries. I want New York. I want LA, the cities, the largest cities. Atlanta. If we want to talk to all of them, we want to be in all these markets. Why? Because the more that we provide a service to everyone, the more people will come back and give to us. The more we're eclectic and have balance, guess what? The more profitable we are. Gotta stop being a monolith. Stop being a monolith. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go. I talked about Candace Owens going to The View at ABC News. First of all, let me say this to all y'all. Let me say this. Let me say this. Get this on my chest. Because like, I hear people say fake news all the time. And I be looking at y'all like y'all kind of ignorant, right? Because y'all ain't never worked in news, right? Y'all never worked in TV. Y'all never worked in publishing. Y'all never worked in print, right? Y'all never worked in print. So you guys will see like on WGSA, they be like, is this real? Is this news real or is it fake, right? And you have to watch how it's worded, right? So I shared a post and I said that ABC is considering replacing Whoopi with Candace Owens on The View, right? And instantly people was like, fake news, that's not real, blah, 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 right? And I'm like, okay, wait. Just like we said about the allegations and stuff. Unless you know somebody that works at ABC News, you don't know if that's fake or real. You're just going by what you think it is. And I said, but then you didn't catch the wording. I said, considering. Right? And the thing that, and this is what I was telling you earlier, the thing that the nerds have figured out is, ABC is challenging right now. They've been challenged right now. And the reason ABC is being challenged is because of Disney. Disney has lost, oh man, so much money. Like, that's why they had to lay off with the ESPN. Disney's lost a lot of money because Disney has sided with the woke community. And that's why I'm saying I think that these last couple of cases, I think that's gonna kind of bring you into the Me Too movement. That's like their last hurrah. You know saying? That's the last Me Too hurrah, right? These last couple of cases, but Disney has been putting out these Me Too movies where they're trying to make sure the agenda is higher than them making money. And the issue with them doing that is they've alienated the fan base. They alienated the guys that pay. They alienated the people that pay for the movies majority of the time. The men. And this is the truth. When people get mad at me about the WNBA, people get mad at me about and I'm gonna do a whole show on this. This is just a snippet. I'm gonna do a whole show on this. I'm gonna do a special on this. People get mad at me about the WNBA. They get mad at me about making jokes about the WNBA. They get mad at me about making jokes about different things. The truth be told is The View has lost over 1 million viewers since last year. Their ratings have gone down. ABC has lost buku money. ESPN has lost buku money. Disney has lost buku money. I think this is like 300 million, 400, 500 million. And even though everyone has these agendas, right? People have these agendas. The issue is this. In business, the main agenda is making money. You said you have other agendas too. You want to do good business. You want to have great business practices. You want to do all that. But at the end of the day, you're in business to make money. Right? And if you're losing money, which a lot of the Marvel movies and everything else is doing, then we got to change our business practice. Because regardless of what we say, we can have our agenda. We can be woke. We can do all that stuff. But if we're missing money or we're not making money, then that becomes problematic because we got shareholders. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got people that need jobs and everything that's going on like that. So when I talked about ABC and Candace Owens, I knew that this happened a couple of months ago. I knew that was going on. But the bigger thing I wanted to talk about was ABC. What I really want to talk about is why I don't like Candace Owens. And y'all like Whoopi. It's agenda. Why can't you stand for Candace Owens to be on the show with Whoopi? Why can't you stand for the right wing? And y'all talking about, well, they got so-and-so on there doing the right. That lady, come on, man. Get the real right wings. The ones that are going to stand up to you. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Whoopi can stand with Candace Owens. She's too sharp. She's too sharp. I've heard Whoopi's arguments. I was like, all right, Whoopi could never argue with me against anything. You know what I'm saying? Ever. She would get destroyed. If it's equal play, hey, she would get destroyed. We ever had a discussion on some of the stuff she be talking about, you would get destroyed. It would be ugly for you. But once again, Black Opulence, Hood Rich. Are we just a monolith? Or is it really freedom of speech where we can listen to everyone try to get the best of ideas? Listen, man, it's King Joe. I appreciate all you guys for sticking with me, man. I ain't even playing up. It is this long. I appreciate everybody for sticking with me, for staying with me, hollering at me, man. King Joe, I appreciate you guys. Man, I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your holidays. Black Opulence versus Hood Rich. Listen, man, make smart decisions. Make good decisions. For your history, make good decisions. I believe with what my man Earl said today. Be focused, man. Stay focused. Make smart decisions. They call me KD. KDJ, you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.
Say what you wanna, stop acting, quit all the games. Quit all the games, baby. Quit all the games. Quit all the games, baby. Yeah, say what you wanna, stop. Say what you wanna, stop acting, baby. Say what you wanna, stop. Say what you wanna, stop acting, baby. All that tripping won't get you attention. Not from me. I'm liable to get missing when you become a liability. Calm your nerves, stressing me. Relax like a perm and let it breathe. Say what you want, say what you need. Cause I can give you what you need, baby. Instead of me guessing. Now you vexing, I'm stressing. Going at it about the same damn thing. We just getting in our own damn way. Low down, damn shame. Things change, I miss the old days. The days we didn't complicate it. So crazy, I miss that old thing. Say what you wanna, stop. Say what you wanna, stop acting, babe. Say what you wanna, stop. Say what you wanna, stop acting, babe. Say what you wanna, stop. Say what you wanna, stop acting, babe. Say what you wanna, stop. Say what you wanna, stop acting. Quit all the games. Quit all the games, baby. Quit all the games. Quit all the games, baby. Yeah, say what you wanna, stop. Say what you wanna, stop acting, babe. Say what you wanna, stop. Say what you wanna, stop acting. Sticky icky gum drop. I'm just tryna let the beat rock. Tryna hit the bass knock. Put that energy on pause. Tryna out all the noise from you. Cause your attitude like it too when somebody just took all your toys from you. You acting out to you. Get you waiting, this all smiles, but I'm grown and well, we ain't kids, no. This ain't coming, it don't make sense, no. This ain't the best means to an end. So my fault for eating, trying to pretend that it was okay when it wasn't. I've been right the wrongs, we just turn a good loving down. Say what you wanna stop. Say what you wanna stop acting, babe. Say what you wanna stop. Say what you wanna stop acting, babe. Say what you wanna stop. Say what you wanna stop acting, babe. Say what you wanna stop. Say what you wanna stop acting. Quit all the games. Quit all the games, baby. Quit all the games. Quit all the games, baby. Yeah, say what you wanna stop. Say what you wanna stop acting, baby. Say what you wanna stop. Say what you wanna stop acting. Say what you wanna stop acting, babe. Say what you wanna stop acting, babe.